But I got there about 6 o'clock, but I've been flying all day. And I got the rental car, was headed to the Westin Hotel, and I turned in WJR radio, and I hear this news guy say, and here's the latest on the attack on Nancy Kerrigan. And that was the first I'd heard about what happened. That some guy had come with an iron crowbar and whacked her across her left thigh in hopes of breaking her leg and thus eliminating Tonya Harding's most consequential opponent. So when I got to the Westin, they had a buffet dinner. The International or the U.S. Figure Skating Association had a buffet dinner, and I talked to a member of the USFSA staff, and he said, when we get to the bottom of this, and we will, I'll guarantee you Tonya Harding is going to be involved. Well, that was January 6th of 94. And it took her 6 weeks, and Nancy had to try out in front of judges to prove that she could compete. Meanwhile, the legal system made its way through, and Harding appealed and won the appeal, so she was placed on the team. Now, by the time we get to actually in Hamar, about 30 miles south of Lillehammer, by the time we get there, it was a clown show. And CBS was complicit in pounding up of it all. Connie Chung was then co-anchor of the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather, who was back in New York. Connie Chung flew to Portland and got on the same plane as Tonya Harding. They flew Portland, Chicago, Amsterdam, Oslo, and Connie was there the whole way. Now, the afternoon that the two ladies took to the practice ice, there were only two legitimate English-speaking broadcasters, us and the Canadian Broadcasting Company. And there were 400 print journalists who were over talking to Nancy Kerrigan's coaches. And I looked down, and so help me God, I can almost tell you their names. There were 6 CBS broadcast units, a reporter, a sound man, and a videographer around the arena. Susan Spencer, John Blackstone, I can't remember all of them, but right below us was Connie Chung, co-anchoring the evening news. And Scott was livid. And he said, someone has lost track of the fact that these young men and women have worked all their lives, however short those lives were, to compete and win a medal at the Olympic Games. And it was a clown show.